Thank you, Madam Speaker. Yesterday, the Minister of Long-Term talked about the number of beds that are being built across the province. At the same time this week, the Minister has told administrators of long-term facilities to expect a 3% year cut for the next 4 years. As the Minister would know, current nursing homes can barely afford to pay for the rising costs of foods and also the rising cost of electricity for heating of nursing homes. So my question to the Minister is, what would you suggest they cut?
I recognize the Honourable Minister of Seniors and Long-Term Care.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and thank you to the member for this important question. I know that everyone who's working in nursing homes right now is struggling to understand exactly what it is going to mean for them. But to clarify something, it is not a 3% cut to their budget. It's a 3% cut to staffing, which is a very different thing. There's core funding for the food, for the operations of the facilities, and the administration side of things is what will be most impacted. The 4.1 hours of care, which is the highest staffing level in the country, is protected under the protected envelopes of care. And Madam Speaker, one of the best things that we could do for our care providers in nursing homes was to reduce the injury rate by increasing the staffing level, and it has gone down every year for the last 4 years.
I recognize the Honourable Member for Halifax-Armdale.
Madam Speaker, as the Minister would know, the wait for long-term beds has gone up during this government's term. While new beds are being built, people are still waiting at home or with family. At the same time, for those who wish to stay at home, the bulk of the care falls on family, friends, and caregivers. Yet, this government is cutting the Caregiver Benefit, which has not changed since 2009. Why? Ask the Minister again, will the Minister reverse the cuts to caregiver benefits?
I recognize the Honourable Minister of Seniors and Long-Term Care.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And Madam Speaker, it has been very clear with our government that we made difficult decisions. It's also equally clear that the NDP would raise taxes in order to pay for what they're asking for this government to spend money on. But the actual fact, Madam Speaker, is under this government, the wait list or wait time for long-term care has not gone up. And as a Madam Speaker, the number of seniors in this province has gone up by 23,000 seniors. Madam Speaker, and right now there are only 276 people in acute care beds waiting for long-term care. That is the lowest in the last decade, Madam Speaker. And getting them into a permanent home, getting those 276 people into a permanent long-term care home is the #1 thing that I can do to reduce